What is going on, lunatics? Decentralization is the name of the game. And if you vote now and you're a big influencer and everybody knows what you're voting for, are you being decentralized, or are you just trying to swing votes your way to get things the way that you want them? I'm going to answer that question. You might not like the answer, but hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content. Leave a comment down below letting me know whether you agree with me or not in that some of these large influence types that are voting in governance proposals should probably not vote right away, and they should probably allow the community to have their voice in the community before they start, quote unquote, tipping scales. It's just my opinion, but I'm always right. So let's check price action first. The price action, as you can see right here, we talked about we're looking for this bounce to come off of the 50 SMA, and we did not get the 50 bounce off the SMA. Instead, we got a breakdown, tested the support, which I said was possible, but I didn't want to see it happen, that it would not be optimal. Then we came back in. So we are still trending exactly where I said we were going to trend. Now, we did wick out here at the top. So this convergence over here, I know this is starting to get ugly here, but stick with me. I think that we'll probably bounce here and then maybe have a little move back up here into the 85 range, 84 range for one more final test. And then we've got some convergence coming pretty soon, and we'll see what happens at that point. This is getting to be a complicated and ugly, disgusting wreck of a map. So maybe we'll clean out some of this stuff individually, by the way, just so we're not erasing something that I thought was important. But I feel like a move is probably coming towards a little bit of upside. But let's face facts. There is no real catalyst right now telling us that we have to have this big move. There's no there's no big thing in the pipeline that would give us that comfort of knowing there's some massive play getting ready to happen. What we have here is basically some 50 and 200 SMA, positive sentiment in the market, generally speaking, and overall, which could be good for the pump. Now let's move on to proposals. In the proposals, the 11653, we talked about this yesterday. This is a good proposal, by the way. Enhancing governance and decentralization in the transition to Commonwealth. This we want to vote yes, and we're almost at the quorum. But someone then sent me a message and said, well, Happy Caddy Crypto, which is one of the large validators, is that's they're almost we're almost there. What do you think of that? And I said, maybe you should have him on your show, or them on your show. I don't know if it's male or female. It says, has your validator voted for Prop 11653? When top validators just ignore proposals, they ignore their roles on this blockchain. Not interested? Then abstain and allow those who have decided to be heard. Now, would I like to have somebody on to talk about Luna Classic on my show? Yes. This is toxic comments, though, and that's not what I want to have on my show. I want to go back to this, and I want to show you why I'm saying that. I'm not saying that I disagree with their vote of yes or no, but there's 3 days left, and what you should not be doing is using your influence to tell other people what to do. If you are a top validator, in which we've got something over here that I saw where Happy Caddy Crypto is one of the top validators, had achieved over 4% as a validator, and is now telling people that the other validators are irresponsible by not voting early. Well, that's just nonsense. And what that is that's an attempt to consolidate power. And that is the opposite. And I want you to understand this. That is the opposite of decentralization. What this person right here, or this validator team, whatever this is, they are trying to influence people, because they're saying when top validators just ignore proposals. Well, we won't know that they ignored proposals for another 3 days, but we're being told 8 hours ago, 4 days ago, that top validators are ignoring proposal. That's irresponsible, and you should be nervous when you see something like that. Now let's move on. Now we have Simon Chandler here from Crypto News. Crypto News is deciding that they're going to pick the price and the future target for Luna Classic. And look, anytime they use AI, anytime they use it, they have no idea what the price would do or what catalysts would be present, right? So what they're doing is they're taking this chart and saying, well, which way is the chart going? Which way is the market trend going? Where's it going to end up? So we're looking right here at, they're looking at 4070 or 4080 which seems to be what they're looking for. Is they're looking a dip at a dip in the market, trying to push it down. So what happens if the market capitalization doubles? Do we still test 407, 408, assuming no money comes into this space, even if the market cap doubles from 1.14 trillion that it's at right now? It's silly, it's nonsense. And when you see these, there should be variables that it should at least be considered, and you should be given this right here. Everybody can do that. Everybody can point to a chart and say, well, it go down, so it could probably go down again. That would be down. That's stupid and nonsense, and you shouldn't give too much attention to something like this, because again, it ignores catalysts, it ignores everything. So sorry, I don't want to get off on a rant here today, but I don't like the fact that somebody is telling other validators that what they should and should not do, or that they are being irresponsible if they're not voting on time. You don't vote early. That's stupid. That's nonsense. It shouldn't happen. Now, overall, up 13% in volume for the day. Market cap still struggling under 500 million. Now, that has to be considered when Simon Chandler's out here making his wild ass predictions of just it go down. And then over here, Terra Luna Classic, until we have, or USTC, until we have a real, something of substance to bite on with whole process, then we have to really kind of just assume that Simon Chandler is going to be a little bit right in the short term. So 9.6 million in volume, 154 million market cap. Now, I would say this, and I will tell you this on USTC. USTC just had a big bounce off of this, so I would be looking if I'm going to make a play or something like that. I mean, you look at this right here, and you see there is some potential for some enormous more downside. I would not be looking to enter a position right now in USTC, and I know how far it can go, and I'm not questioning how far it can go, but where it is right now. And I really think that it's going to be testing this 1.1 cent range again pretty soon, because this move right here, that is a descending wedge. Just when you eyeball it, right? You've got this kind of move here. And if you make the argument, well, where did it settle and not where did it pop? Well, you can still move it kind of down into this range here and see there's a lot of settling going on right here. And then you see this flat line right here. That's a descending wedge. That's going down. So I would not be looking to enter a position right now in USTC. I'd be looking for that to make some downward momentum before I made any kind of move. Luna Classic, kind of the same thing. But when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing it just a little bit differently, and I don't want to see it differently, but I do. And I'm seeing more like the parallel channel. I'm not looking at all of this coming over here, but if I were, then I could come out here on this daily and I could find all of the descending wedge here that I want, because it does exist on the longer term charts, and this probably looks like it will go down again, but it looks like we have until at least the middle or later August before we have any sort of breakdown like that. It could give us some opportunity for some upward momentum, depending on the work going into the Luna Classic blockchain. And that's it. That's my time, guys. This is not financial advice. My name's Blaze. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, just because somebody didn't vote in the beginning on the first day doesn't mean they don't have an opinion, and doesn't mean that they're not entitled to their opinion. The purpose of decentralization is to allow you to have your vote and to have your say, right? Without being influenced by somebody else. Now, you could be influenced by somebody else, but you would generally not want. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. You're free to disagree with me, because, hey, you've been wrong before. We'll talk to you again.